Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Lee. This is JLeesCorner, and this is a gossip chat. Who said that? Anybody? Somebody? Nobody? Honey, August Alsina said some shit, and we're gonna get to it now. But first things first, if you have not done so already, please take a moment to my voice is going out. Please take a moment to subscribe to my channel and become a whole JayBird. JayBirds. Dun 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 dun. And all that goodness and stuff. First, what we're gonna do? Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And remember to relax, to relate, to release, and to center yourself, because there's a lot going on in this world, okay? You can also like this video, comment in the comment section, hit the share button to share it on your social media, as well as follow me on IG and on Twitter at J_Lees_Corner. And all that information is where? In the description box below. So let's just get into these things, okay? So this person whose face is supposed to be Nene Leakes, Nene Leakes, who was a professional ensemble cast member, she technically kind of almost sort of, a little bit got her own show. So she is going, she has been hired to co-host a beauty competition show. So she going to be a little co-host or whatever. Now it's going to be on E! News. It's going to be on E! News, and it's a show called Glam Squad Showdown. It'll be hosted by Nene and also Brad Gorski. Now I don't know what his last name is. I remember him. I used to watch Rachel Zoe, the celebrity stylist or whatever, and when she had her own show on Bravo, was it on Bravo? Was it on E! Whatever show? This was her assistant. There was a whole bunch of mess that went on with them. So I remember him from back in the day. So they will be co-hosting this Glam Squad Showdown, where it's just celebrity glam squads going head to head or whatever. So I'm like, hopefully whoever did her makeup here isn't on the show, okay? But I feel like, they do wonders to her face, okay? Because every time we turn around, she looks different, okay? And now y'all know I love Nene's first face, but I said I'll show the face she has now. Okay, now she will also be like a guest on this TBS show called Celebrity Show Off. Now that one is it's hosted by Blossom. Okay, y'all know the girl who played Blossom, the TV show, whatever. And that show will have multiple celebrities have to produce every week some kind of entertaining content, that then post the content on the TBS YouTube page or whatever, and whichever celebrities content gets the most views, is watched the longest, and all that stuff will go on from week to week. Nene isn't entertaining. I can't see her coming up with nothing to entertain enough to win this show, because I don't think she's funny. But we should see. I'm not gonna watch the show, but Nene's fans should. So let's see if Nene's fans will watch her own celebrity show off, and will watch her new show, Glam Squad Showdown. Now we know that's just like Tamar's show, To Catch a Beautician. Girl, recycled mess. But at least she has, she's on the show with other people. Not her own show, but she's on the show working with other people. I told y'all, Nene can't do shit by herself, and you can't tell me different, okay? Okay. And this fool, girl and boy and all the people of the lands, Terry Crews, every week I feel like we're reporting something dumb that Terry Crews said. It's always just something. Now, he went on his Twitter. He's always on his Twitter. And it's his Twitter. He has every right to speak his opinion on his own social media. No one is saying, don't speak your opinion on social media. It's the fact that it seems like he's trying to speak, as the black person. And it's but nothing you saying makes sense to the black people. Like, no one asked you for this. No one asked you to ask. It's just weird. Now, he went on Twitter and said, we must ensure that Black Lives Matter doesn't turn into Black Lives Are Better. Who said that? Who? I don't know, Terry. Why would you think that? I'm like, it's like he doesn't get that we're trying to be equal. It's like does he not get it? Like, it's weird because when he had to hold that white man touch my dick, he was black then and wanted the black support at that point in time. Now all of a sudden, he want to act like he has no idea what black people are trying to do. Now, he was on an interview with Roland Martin or whatever, and, he brought up how back in the day, I was never afraid of the KKK, okay? But I was afraid of the drug dealer and gang members in my area. I said, the fuck? Ask your grandma and granddaddy was they afraid of the KKK. Ask any family member who was around during Jim Crow if they were afraid of the KKK. You may have been afraid of the gang because that was your neighborhood. But my thing is, I may not be today afraid of the KKK to come to my door today, but I still understand their problem. I still understand that they're racist people in this world. It's like it's the weirdest shit. And he gets on these interviews and these social medias or whatever, and he really acts like, oh, we don't like Terry Crews because he got a biracial wife. We don't like you because you sound stupid. I don't know what shucking and jiving pills he's taking. I don't know why he doing that. I have no idea, whatever. But that ain't got nothing to do with the black people. Nobody feels the way you feel who are true African American people who have suffered racism and inequality. No one can feel that way, okay, unless you shucking and jiving for the white man. Now, he also brought up how I like questioning things. I've always liked questioning things, and I don't want to have to always feel the same way or have the same opinions as others. That's fine. That's fine. But the fact that you're trying to, at the same time, make it seem as if Black Lives Matter is not a good movement. You're trying to turn it to be something different. And that's what I don't get. We want equal rights. That's it. That's it. Terry, he got to be a spy for the white folk. Okay, Trump must have hired Terry Crews to cause divisiveness during voting time because he wants us to be pissed off at Terry Crews' ass instead of at him. It's just dumb. He then said, I took on Hollywood by myself 2 years ago. I spent $500,000 of my own money, and he said, and no one supported me. Me and my wife handled that on my own. I said, Terry, we supported you. Some men teased you. Black women supported you. Gabrielle Union specifically supported you. So for you to feel as if you had to spend your own money to prove what this white man did to you. So is that the reason you don't like black folks right now? Is that the reason you acting as if what we're asking for is irrational? Look, we have to understand the person we assumed Terry Crews was, that isn't who he is. That's fine. So we now know how he moves. We know what he thinks. So when he have when he have things coming out, we don't have to support him. When he says something dumb again, we don't have to just let him be over there in Dumville with his own opinions, okay, and do that. And we as the black delegation just have to not support him. Because as we see, he don't support us. And I feel like the best way to show someone how much you don't mind them doing their own thing is allow them to do their own thing by themselves. Okay? When Brooklyn Nine-Nine come back on, don't watch it. Okay? Ever again. Whatever he has going on, don't support him. Because he couldn't, again, Terry Crews has an issue with just not shutting up and allowing people to fight for what they're fighting for. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't shut up and let Gabrielle Union speak on how she felt, AGT was, discriminating against her for whatever reasons. He couldn't let that go. He had to, well, this is the most diverse place to me, boss. Yes, sir, master. It's amazing here, boss. I see all others got. No, and that ain't true. The same way as right now, he can allow black people to say, we want black lives to matter. Not be better than, not be more than. This, we want them to matter. You couldn't allow that to be a movement. You have to come up and give all these reasons as to why, oh, I don't believe that. We shouldn't do that. Okay, that's not fair. You know, we can, what? What? Really, nigga? Boy, bye. Sometimes it's cheaper to keep her. Okay, so Dr. Dre, who has been married for 24 years to his wife, Nicole Young. Nicole filed for divorce. Okay, she filed for divorce. Now, Dr. Dre is worth an estimated $800 million. Okay, and they do not have a prenup. I'm like, is it cheaper to keep her? And you know, she's asking for spousal support and the divorce. Now they do have 2 children together, but the children are both grown. So of course she will not get any child support, but she wants that spousal support. And this is my question. I feel like, is she entitled to some of his money? Absolutely. But I feel like on my end, if I had been with a man who's worth $800 million, or not only that, Dr. Dre has been rich for a long time. Long time. I feel like if I was with a man who had that much money, I feel like I could afford to start a business of my own, where I have my own, and I would want to leave the marriage not needing spousal support. Now they said, at least on the Jasmine brand, that Nicole is a lawyer. I'm like, what kind of lawyer? A real one or a fake one? I don't know. Could I be married for 24 years and I'm leaving and I need money from my husband? First of all, I would have just been funneling money my whole life. I would have been, look, every year I would have funneled at least like $5 million. You know what I'm saying? Babe, I need some money. Why? It doesn't matter. You got $800 million. Okay, here you go. You know what I'm saying? Because I would not want to have to depend on him to support me once I leave. And I know no one is in a marriage planning to leave, but I still feel like I want to have my own money. I don't want to have to get spousal support from someone else. Now I get, we have people who are married and the mom is like a stay-at-home mom. She has, you know, birthed the kids, taking care of the kids, and she just didn't have, she was a homemaker and doing that, and so she didn't have a career. Now, in that case, yes, spousal support is needed, but I feel like if she truly is a lawyer, now I'm just saying this is if she's a lawyer. If she's a lawyer and she's been working herself, I would not want to need someone else to support me. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm sure, because I believe they live in LA. Okay, and I believe LA is a 50-50 state. So she could get $400 million. But I always say, no one needs that much money. Dr. Dre don't need Dr. Dre. If he is worth $800 million, you could have gave $100 million. You could have sent us all a stimulus package. Okay, you could say, hey, I'm gonna have a little raffle. I'm gonna give out $100 million. I'm gonna give each person, $3,000. Okay, until the $100 million is done. Because even once you giving out $100 million, you have $700 million left. You can't even spend that amount of money in a lifetime at all. I always find it weird when people have hundreds of millions of dollars and they don't do more with it. And I also feel like, if spousal support going to be like a monthly payment she wants to get, I want a lump sum. Okay, I want us to split our assets, but I don't want spousal support. I don't want you to have to pay me monthly and support me monthly. Cash me out and I'll see you later. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want any, if I'm divorcing you, I don't want any connection. I'm done, bro. I want to move on. I want to remarry. I want to redate. I want new dick. I want all that. And I don't want to have all that and deal with having to wait for your check every month. You know what I'm saying? And you get pissed off that I'm dating new dude and you want to I'm paying her rent. I ain't got time for that. I wouldn't want to be that way. I would want some, but I feel like she's a lawyer. A whole lawyer? Girl. Anyway, I wish them both the best. But And we ain't surprised news. Khloe Kardashian, original face, is supposedly getting back with her baby daddy, Tristan Thomas. New face. Yeah, these is supposed to be the same person. This isn't what happens when a person loses weight. This is what happens when a person has surgery. Anyway, so she is supposedly, allegedly, which we're not surprised, getting back with Tristan. Okay, they're saying that these two are going to give their romance another try. Now look, I feel like Tristan wants to get back with Khloe. I don't know why. I feel like he dotes on Khloe and True. Like we always, it's just so much of him and Khloe and True. I'm like, we don't really ever see him with his son. Like if you consistently post yourself with your daughter, why don't we see anything of your daughter with her brother? It just irks my nerves. I don't understand it. He just wants her so bad. And I feel like y'all dogged Jordan so bad for you to take him back. I'm like, bitch, you rotten. Rotten. I wish him the best. I really do. But I just wish the same amount of blessings and goodness that he bestows upon Khloe publicly. I just wish I could see him at least dote on his son as much. You know what I'm saying? But it's just, I don't think I've ever seen a picture of Tristan with True and the son. Ever. That's weird. True has a whole sibling. Okay? But I mean, let this shit happen. We don't care. Somebody needs their ass beat, D.L. Hughley. So we all know that D.L. Hughley was recently, diagnosed with COVID or whatever. So we then heard after that his son had caught COVID for him as well. So I'm like, okay, the father and the son. That's not too bad because, y'all live in the same house or whatever. Well, D.L. Hughley recently gave a whole interview where he said, everyone he came in contact with caught coronavirus, okay, from his family members except his daughter, because the daughter was the only one who continually wore a mask, but also his radio co-host. I'm like, that is kind of crazy, okay? He brought up how he believed he contracted the virus in Dallas because everyone who he came in contact with after coming home from Dallas tested positive, and that means the people, his family, the people from the radio show he went and did a TV show, they also tested positive, because he does his radio show on, I think it airs on TV too. So both sets of co-hosts, his radio co-host, the TV co-host, whatever, all caught it. I'm looking like that's exactly the point that everyone is trying to make, that one person can then infect 30 other people. And the bad part about it is no one knew they had it until he passed out on the damn stage. So it's like we don't know who they then gave it to. And that is how a virus spreads. So for everyone, like, I don't need to wear a mask, I'm fine. That's not true. If you are around people, put a goddamn mask on. Do not be dumb D.L. Hughley, okay? Do not go and travel and do comedy shows and be around your people with no damn mask on. Because what you do is you spread it. You spread it. And Lord, let's hope the people who we work with, who we spread it to, then did not go and spread it to more people. But we kind of figure they probably did. It's crazy to know that one person got so many other people sick. His whole family and all his co-workers. Look, first of all, if I worked with him, I would sue my job. Because why are y'all not testing people like at my job, we have to answer a questionnaire every single day. Have you traveled out the state, out the country? You have a fever, you have these symptoms, have you been in contact with anybody? We have to answer all these questions every single day. It's like, what precaution did the job have? Because how did all the co-workers get sick? Did y'all not require anyone to wear masks or gloves? Would y'all just hang around hugging and kissing? Like, how? I won't allow my boss to come to my office. Talk to me from over there through the window. No, you can't come in. Email me, bitch. Okay? How? Your whole co-worker staff and your family, D.L. Hughley ain't shit. He's the outbreak monkey around them people. I would have been pissed off. So Quad, is Quad a fraud? I think she is. So Quad, a couple months ago, had done an interview. Okay, she did an interview, and in an interview, no one asked her this. She supplied this information that she had recently was looking to get a house for her family. How she recently, her mom had recently gotten custody of a newborn baby girl. She said, with the little girl that came, it just popped up last month. She gave all she gave all of this information. No one asked her anything. No one said, "Is you birthing your babies at all?" Well, you don't. No. She volunteered this information, which made it seem like she had a surrogate or she had adopted a child. Because again, as she said, there's a new baby girl who I'm bringing home. She was born just before, 8 pounds. We call her Ari, I can't wait to, give her a life. All these things that people say when they either adopt or have a surrogate. Okay, so she said all of that. Okay, she's now saying people are reporting that incorrectly. How? You said that, Quad. You did. Okay. She said, now she's saying, the baby Ari is not her adoptive daughter. Ari has her own mother. Okay. But me and my mom are in a supportive role for Ari. Then why did you go on here and make it seem as if you had adopted a daughter? All the blogs had posted it and everything. So you knew what you said and where it went. Not all of a sudden you want to say, the blogs are wrong. No, Quad, your ass was lying. But I told y'all when it came, I said Quad is speaking for the baby like it's not hers, like it's a purse. And now we see why. It was a whole lot. And no one says me and my mom have custody. We're sharing custody of a new baby girl, to then come out later and say, she's not my adopted daughter. We're just in her life in a supportive role. I'm like, Quad is full of shit. And I don't like Quad for this exact reason. Quad is a fraud. Okay. Quad lies. Quad makes up shit and then stirs the pot and then say, I didn't say that. Yes, you did. You volunteered the information and then posted a picture of the little girl finger and you holding it. Quad was purposely being misleading from jump. Oh, and the grand resistance. Okay, August Alsina and Jada Pinkett Smith. So, August did an interview with Angela Yee. A great interview. The interview was amazing if you listen to it in entirety. However, the sound bites people picked up was him basically confirming that he had a relationship with Jada and that Will Smith gave him the blessing to date Jada. Now, this happened there were always rumors when people started seeing Jada and August hanging out. There were rumors then that they were dating. This rumors. She didn't confirm it. He didn't confirm it. The most that they said was, he was weaning himself off drugs or whatever and getting in a better place spiritually, emotionally, and physically and all things. And she and the family was helping him. That's the most that came out before. But August is singing a whole new tune now. Now, we know he had that song that came out a couple years ago where people were alleging that the text in the video and the things from the video in the song, I think it was called Nunya? Something. But they were saying that was about Jada as well. But again, the story never really picked up any traction. But today, he spilled all the tea. Now, this is my thing about it. He brought up how, I have love for the family. They're great this and that. I don't have a bad thing to say. I don't have nothing bad to say. Okay. But you made it a point in saying that before his sister passed away, his sister was very afraid of life. She was scared to drive, and she never lived her full life because she was so afraid. And he did not want to live a life where he could not be his full, true, and honest self. And for that reason, he wanted to air out the Pinkett Smiths of the world, okay? And, he said how, again, they had a connection. He loved her deeply. If he died, he'd be fine because he knew that he truly gave himself fully to somebody and he had received and given love. And I'm like, Jada's pussy must be amazing. Okay, because to be like, I can die tomorrow and I'm good. I ain't had dick that good yet. Okay, I don't want to die yet for that. Nope, no. But some kind of way, he feel like he good with Jada's cooch. Now, he said, with Jada and Will, having this transformation of their, life going from, a marriage to being, just life partners, and it no longer being like a romantic situation. He made it seem as if Jada and Will are no longer having sex with each other. They're just partners in life. Okay? And, it was okay for me to come on in there and bang it on out. Now, August, to me, comes off as a scorned lover, an immature man, who just wants to live his truth, even though there was no reason for him to come out and say any of this. There's always been rumors that Will and Jada have an open marriage. There's always been rumors about that. I feel like when you enter into a relationship that you kept secret the whole time it was going on, there is never a reason once it's over to air out what you were happy to live in private. You cannot privately have a whole relationship with a married woman that you kept secret the whole time y'all were dating, and then once it's over and years later you then bring it up. Because my thing is, whatever Will and Jada have agreed upon to go down in a marriage in private, it really isn't our business. Like, a lot of people don't get, some people don't owe us an explanation on who they fucking. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's not our business for them to talk. They don't need our permission to live that way. Is it juicy content? Absolutely. But I feel like if they had this agreement and that's their private marriage, and their agreement was, you do what you do, I do what I do, we have the same house together, and when we hear. And we are partners forever, nothing will change that. I get that, because they say Will Smith out here living his life too. However, we've never heard of who he's dating. You know what I'm saying? And again, August, when he was dating Jada, he was like in his early 20s. Like, and that can be confusing when you are that young and you're with a seasoned woman, okay, who got your nose all open, okay? And he seems like he's speaking from a hurt place. You know what I'm saying? And I don't like that he did it. I don't think he's lying. I think he really was fucking with Jada. I think Will knew. I think that's all actual and factual. However, I also feel like that wasn't none of our business. If you couldn't speak about that when it was going on, then why? Because clearly it was a secret. Clearly that was a private thing. We saw Jada on Red Table Talk with Will. I think it was Will, Willow, Gammy, and Jada. And they were speaking about their partnership and their life, whatever. And how, at the end of the day, they can both be in their house on separate ends of the house with separate people. But they will still be life partners. It ain't a husband and wife thing no more. We are life partners. We will be in this thing forever. I think that comes from Will being so devastated from his divorce from Cherie, and Jada's point of still wanting a family dynamic, but also wanting her freedom. I think the reason things may have been more secretive earlier on was because how young their kids were. Their kids are older now, so if you notice, Will and Jada discuss it a little bit more now than they used to, because their kids are all grown. You know what I'm saying? The kids are all at least 18. I think Willow maybe 20 by now. I'm not sure. But again, I feel like they secretly led this other life because it wasn't, the business of their children. But their kids a little bit older, so it's like, okay, we can say mom and daddy is just life partners. But August bringing it up, to me, was a man code violation. I think it was a violation of their bond or whatever it was. If she's such a great person and you have nothing negative to say, what's the point in talking about it? Because now Will and Jada have been discussed. Well, yeah, we have these separate relationships, and that ain't none of our business. Because who I fuck ain't your business? You know what I'm saying? It just isn't. So I feel like August speaking on it was wrong. Even if it's his truth. My thing is, if you can't speak and say, yeah, I'm fucking so-and-so, when it's happening, then don't speak now. Or even a year after. But it's been a couple years ago. And again, I don't think he's lying. He was just wrong to bring it up. You cannot date a married woman in private and then want to talk about it as if it's no big deal. And I feel like he was saying that he felt like people were looking at him as like a home wrecker, as if he was wrong for, sneaking around with somebody married. He was making it seem as if I wasn't sneaking around or Will knew. We knew that too. But you did not need to confirm shit. And now Jada has spoken out and she posted on Twitter, some healing is due. We need some healing. So I'm going to bring myself to the red table. Now, of course, I will talk about that later. But I feel like, again, August Alsina was wrong for speaking up for what went on between him and Jada. Because there wasn't any point. And not only that, you shot yourself in the foot. Because we love August Alsina. We love the Smiths. The person snitching on the Smiths, we like, what the fuck are you doing, bruh? For what? For what? I don't get it. And again, he does have the right to live. He has the right to say his truth. He does. But not when you had already agreed to secretly date her. That's the crazy part. And most celebrities have people sign NDAs for this exact reason. I feel like Alsina came in as a friend to the kids. Fucked around and fucked the mama. Don't know how that happened. So I feel like him being a friend to the kids, it was a little bit more lax. Don't fuck married people if you can't be a part of their dynamic. And a part of Will and Jada dynamic is don't say shit. This is what happens when older coochie, you know what I'm saying, that's distinguished, gets with young dick. Somewhat snitches. And that's the end of Gossip Chat. Okay, yeah, y'all know it's late and it's whatever. And yeah. So, thank you for tuning in. Make sure to like, to comment, and to share this video. To also follow me on IG and or Twitter at JLeesCorner. And until next time, peace.